Hey folks, if you haven't watched one of these videos before, welcome. I very much appreciate it. I am Johnny Phoenix. I am just a person on the internet who likes to play Magic. I am not a former pro. I wasn't on the SCG tour even. I'm not a full-time Magic content creator. I just like playing Magic, and I know that when I watch, the big names, it gets to be intimidating because they win a lot, and sometimes I kind of feel like shit. So I just wanted to come out and be the guy that gets you into the format, goes 2-3, doesn't put any pressure on you to feel like, oh, it's so easy to win. That's where we're at. So I'm going to dive into some drafts. We're going to, do as best as we can. If I'm playing well, if I make some good picks, you want to come in and big up me in the comments, I'll take that. When I make mistakes or when you would have done things differently, please come let me know. Come let me know how things could have gone better, what plays you would have made, where I'm biffing things, because I want to be learning here with everyone else. With all that said, thank you again for watching the video, and let's get to the draft. All right, folks. I'm back for another Foundations draft. I've been having some fun the past couple drafts. Some decks I really enjoyed playing. Go back and check out those videos if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome back. If you haven't seen a video before, welcome. Greatly appreciate your presence. But yeah, past couple drafts were black-white. Just really cool decks, my kind of decks. We had a reasonable amount of success for this channel. I'm very happy with our win rate so far. So hopefully we can keep it going. We were black-white twice. So we'll see if we can do something a little different. That'd be good too. Not too worried about it. If we open some good rares, that could push us in a certain direction. I've been able to confirm that a number of rares are trash based on whether or not I draw them in a draft and my win rate with them. I'm sure my personal win rate obviously matches the win rate of everyone else. Okay. Oh, man. What a bummer. I was about to say perfect, like good colorless rare goes in any deck. Not long ago, I passed a first pick Dreadwing in order to pick a Chandra. Never drew the Chandra. Chandra confirmed trash. But we're going to do the same thing here. I honestly don't even know how the win rates look in this format. Again, haven't looked at the data. So it could be that Dreadwing Scavenger just better than Scrawling Crawler. But I feel like Scrawling Crawler, pick one, pack one, just keeps us open to literally anything almost. And Dreadwing is a gold card, puts us firmly into looking to be something specific. There's also like a Llanowar Elves here. And otherwise, there's not much. Oh boy. We could be doing it. We could also be doing this. I mean, we could pass the Dreadwing and then just like take the Essence Scatter and, we get first crack at all the good blue and black cards that come by. I don't know. Where is Scrawling Crawler best? Is it best? It doesn't feel like it's best in the control deck. It feels like it's better in the tempo deck, where like you get to leverage all your cards, they're taking damage from drawing, and you get to take advantage of that damage that they're taking. I almost want to take the Llanowar Elves and try to like beat down, and then have Crawler to just finish on gas and deal some damage to them. Like, is Llanowar Elves into 3-drop good? I'm going to try that. Maybe this is just completely ridiculous. I think Hero's Downfall is the best card here. Again, taking 1-for-1 removal with Scrawling Crawler is like sort of counterproductive. I could end up like getting into some black-green stuff for the Wardens. I don't think black-green's very good in the format, but I haven't looked, so who knows? I'm going to take a Hero's Downfall. Having Essence Scatter plus Hero's Downfall, you know, would have been good. We could have picked up like a Refute or a Shriek Mass or whatever. But we are green. I think, is this the second giant growth we've seen? I haven't tried the Galta thing in a long time, so maybe I'm just immediately train wrecking us. I don't know. I do feel like I could have gone, you know, blue-black control here and had 4 very good cards in my first 4 picks. And like voluntarily going into green in this format might not be the best thing. We'll see. Yeah. I could take like a crackling Prowler if we're assuming the Wardens are going to come back around. Unfortunately, they're both 4-drops. We could take like a Reassembling Skeleton. Skeleton doesn't provide much on the way of Galta. I'm not really, you know, there's nothing super powerful. I think probably Uncharted Voyage is the best card. We'll take a Skeleton and see if we can get on Skeleton shenanigans. Oh my god, do I just keep doing my own thing? Just keep picking the cards that I like, whether they're good or not? There's also a Snare Spinner that I think is good. If somehow we could get Galta into our graveyard... I'm going to take the cards that I think are fun. And if we train wreck, we train wreck. I'm assuming I'm going to be able to get a Spider at some point. If the Llanowar Elves comes back around, then I'm going to be, you know, very happy with what I've done. If it doesn't, much less happy. We are going to be attacking. This kind of... I don't think we're a Midnight Snack deck. I don't really know what we are. I don't like any of these cards. This is kind of the story of... Is there actually like a Revenge of the Rats deck? Is that a thing? Or do I want Fake Your... Does Fake Your Own Death do anything for me right now? Like 8 mana? Indrik shenanigans? Create a tapped 1/1 black rat creature token for each creature card in your graveyard. I'm going to pick this Revenge of the Rats. I've never attempted to have this be a thing. I don't think I'm losing out on anything. And maybe we just put, you know, 20 creatures in our deck. There's just no way to... Someone else has my Llanowar Elf. I'm going to take Gorehorn Raider because I think it's either Gorehorn Raider or Shivan Dragon. Like maybe I end up green-red. Maybe I end up black-red. I'm going to take a Giant Growth because of the Galta. Crackling Cyclops is not good enough. Okay, we kind of like willingly just went off the rails, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that every once in a while. Try to have a little fun. I think I'm going to take Bake. It's just a really good card. Kind of taxing my mana with all this stuff. Because I want green to play my Llanowar Elves. I could just take a bite down. Tax away. I would like the Shriek Mass, honestly. I don't know. We're probably never getting to the Revenge of the Rats. Someone else took the Wardens of the Cycle as well. Ruby's good too. Sunblessed Healer. Super fun card. There's just nothing that I want, right? Like, there's a Luminous Rebuke. Do I want Vampire Gourmand or Fake Your Own Death or Plunderer? Like, I don't want another 6-mana play. Like, I've got an Indrik and a Galter or whatever, but at least maybe this one makes a 4/4 and eats one of their things. I could take the Gourmand and try to get, like, the Skeleton Gourmand thing going, but Gourmand just doesn't play well with the Llanowar Elf plan. And we've already got 2 Elves. I don't know. I'm like willingly train wrecking myself here and like smiling while I do it, but I'm going to do it. Maybe Llanowar Elves suck. Every time I've had 1 Llanowar Elves, I've had 3 Llanowar Elves. Let's find the beef. Let's find the beef. All the beef is here. There's like a Dwynnin. Whenever Lathril deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 tap 10 untapped elves. So like it just doesn't seem that good. If a creature died this turn. Well, we've been on a try the rares kick recently, so that's what I'm going to do. It is a 4-drop to ramp into Galta. To ramp into with Llanowar Elves. It is like a low power card, which is not great for Galta. I'm going to take this Giant Growth. Soul Shackled Zombie. 4 power for Galta. Okay, we're really trying. We're really trying. We don't have a super good deck for our 4-drops have 2 power. And we have a Hero's Downfall and a Bake already. But I don't... Heraldic Banner is like a weird, like, sort of double ramp for... I can't imagine that's right. I think I'm just going to take a cheap card. Thespian's not great here, but do I want a 6-mana 12/8? I think I need some cheap. Oh, I could use like some good 3-drops is what I could use. Yeah, we kind of are a mess right now. Marauding Blight Priest, you say, is what we've got in the sideboard. I don't have high hopes for where we're at right now. I'm going to be honest. Hungry Ghoul looks embarrassing, except with... Like, I'm not trying to ramp that hard. I have a Galta, but, like, what am I going to do with it? I'll take a Macabre Waltz, and, like, maybe I find... I'm going to take the Jungle Hollow over the 3rd Giant Growth. I think that's just objectively correct, I'm pretty sure. Try and get my mana to work. Dwynn's Elite. Okay. Quick Draw Katana. Also adds power for Galta. There's like a Celestial Armor, but I have literal no fixing right now. I have all these Llanowar Elves, but I just don't... Here's like an actual decent 3-drop to put into play. I think I just have to pass on this on the 4th Llanowar Elves. Like 3 Llanowar Elves in your 40 card deck is equivalent to 4 Llanowar Elves in your 60 card deck, right? Like, I wouldn't mind the Dwynnin, honestly, at this point, I think. But I'm going to take a good, solid, grindy 3-drop. Oh, geez. Can I have this pack, please? I already have 2 removal spells plus a bite down that might do something. These are like really similar cards, right? Target permanent card. There's a burst lightning down here too. I'll take the... It's so unlikely that I get one of the black cards back. I'm going to take the Regrower. If the Vessels die, the Regrower has 4 power, the Indrik has 4 power. I have like none of the 3 mana 4 power cards. It just seems... Again, I don't need another Giant Growth. There's a Bouncer and an Angel. There's a Micromancer. Is this... This seems like... I'm going to go on to take the Rares plan again. This is just like so easily like a 3-for-1. We can ramp into it a little bit and it ramps us up even further to the Galta Indrik spot. Dwynnin's Elite seems like they're going to be pretty okay with all the Llanowar Elves, but like, what am I going to do? We're going Rares, baby. We're going all Rares. There's like a Burglar Rat, there's a mediocre 3-drop, and then there's like a Panda that I would like to have but can't really splash. I think I'm going to take the 3-drop and assume I can play it on 2. Like if I'm going to have all these Llanowar Elves, I want creatures in this spot right here, and I just don't have them right now. Here's like a 4-drop, right? I fit this in somewhere on turn 4. I make it big and draw a card. Do I want Stab? Tap 10 untapped Elves you control. Okay, this is like a decent mana sink, I think. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, we don't really need the Blood Artist. We're not like going that hard. This also works with Bite Down. Creatures you control get +10/+10 and gain Vigilance until end of turn. Do I have any... Lathril has Menace. Does anything have Trample? I feel like I just want to take it like a Beastkin Ranger or something. Just another 3-drop. I'm going to take a Dwynnin and see what that does for me. I could take a Soul Shackled Zombie, but I've got 100 4-drops right now. I'll just cut somebody's Joust through. I think the Dwynnin's Elite like are better than the... Okay. Well, not high hopes. Not high hopes for this deck. I really don't think Lathril's very good. I don't even have... Like, if I make a bunch of 1/1s, I don't even have, like, an overrun. The Giant Growths are decent with Lathril. Okay, if I, like, take out the Hungry Ghoul and the Reassembling Skeleton, for starters. And probably this Plunderer. Although Plunderer does work with Bite Down. One of these Giant Growths. Macabre Waltz, I think. I, if it wasn't, you know, like a unique fun card, I would cut a Lathril probably, because it's probably not very good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cheap cards. Maybe it's just the Horn Beetle, because it just... I guess theoretically the Beastkin Rangers can trigger it. Dwynnin almost helps. Regrower triggers it. I don't really feel like I want to cut a land, although I do have 3 elves. Maybe a Dwynnin's Elite or a Thespian. Snare Spinner? I feel like there's... This pile is really big. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 elves in my deck. Plus any elves that I can make off these elves. I'll keep the elves. I have Scrawling Crawler to use my mana on late in the late game. I'd really like to keep the Snare Spinner. All right. Again, we kind of willingly wrecked ourselves here. We'll have some fun. We'll see where it goes. Maybe this will be a quick draft. This will be a lesson in what not to do. Who knows? It looks pretty fun to me. If we can, you know, play some rares. Play some Lathrils or some Galtas or whatever. Maybe I should have taken Preposterous Proportions. If I just have, like, you know, 9 mana or whatever, I can Preposterous Proportions and play a Galta. I gotta have something in play that will make my Galta cheap. No Llanowar Elves. Are you kidding me? Now I just have, like, 3 duds shuffled into my deck. I get to play this 2-mana 2/2 on turn 2. Oof. I am going to do that, though. Do I play Crawler or do I play Vessel? Is my opponent like blue-white or blue-red? Splash the other color? That works for me. I don't know. I think Crawler's a really tough card to play with, you know? Like, what do I want to do? I feel like I want to, like, take 2-for-1s, but then I'm going to play Crawler and give them cards back. So maybe that's actually not the thing I want to do. I want to just, like, get their stuff out of the way and win the game. Honestly and truly not sure. Bite down looking mediocre. Maybe the bite down was the cut. I cut the 2/2 Death Toucher. Plus maybe I don't want to trade because because I have Galta in my deck. I can just draw a card. If I draw a forest, that's pretty cool. Whenever a land deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay. That gives me like a reasonable double block. Although they've got a lot of cards happening. I'm going to do this while they're tapped out. Like, maybe I just wanted to get Crawler in play and start draining them. Although then they find a land every turn and ping me back. Horn Beetle looks embarrassing here. Okay. Yep. I feel like I'm in a tough spot. Yeah, maybe I should have just slammed the Crawler and, like, see what happens, you know, see how I want to be playing it. I do feel like I want to be I want to be the beatdown, as they say. And that's really not where we're at. I'm going to trade Beetle because it's just embarrassingly bad in my deck right now. That was interesting. I'd like to be able to play the Regrower and then just bite down the Lagak. So I think I'm going to play like Infernal Vessel plus Elves. And then Vessel still just holds the bouncer back. The Vessel like comes back as itself, right? It doesn't make a token. Return it to the battlefield. Yeah. So we can't like trade it and then pick it up with Regrower and get everything. It's not how it works, unfortunately. I feel like I'm in a good spot to grind. Like, I'd kind of like to pick up Mild-Mannered Librarian with Elvish Regrower. I could pick up Dwinnen's Elite, but that's pretty whatever. Well, I don't want to play... See, like, when I'm set up in this position to grind them, I don't know if I want to play Crawler or not. I feel like I don't. Maybe I just wanted to have cheaper cards in my deck. Maybe that's the key with Crawler. To just be able to deploy multiple spells. Have your deck be more efficient than your opponent. So that you can take advantage of the extra cards and they have a tougher time doing so. I'm going to play it here. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do now. I think I want to play the the bite down and try to kill the Lagak while I can. I mean, at the very least, we get the first shot at the cards when things get drawn. Well, it's going to be hard to race that. I'll say that. Two of my... I just don't have anything I'm interested in regrowing. I just want the 4-power creature in play. I mean, if they attack with the dragon, I get to slam and jam a little bit. Like the Vessel, the Solemn, and the Dwinnen's Elite would get in. It depends what they play. Heroic Reinforcements. That's kind of whatever. Okay. Well, that sucked. It's coming back tapped? No. There's just still nothing to regrow. I've got a 4-power creature. Do I want a Dwinnen's Elite or do I want a Horn Beetle? It's going to take so long for the Horn Beetle to grow. And like maybe I peel the Dwinnen. What's the thing that like does 2 damage to all the ground creatures? That might not be good. I'm on 11. I am dead. We took our chances. We put 16 lands in our deck. 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, all we do is turn everything sideways and hope they do something wrong, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 creatures get through. But they're like a 1-1, a 1-1, a 1-1, and a 2-2. And so they live on like 3. Like there's just no way they don't just kill me next turn, right? So I just... Yeah. That sucks. They drew Niv Mizzet off their extra cards, and I drew land and land and land and land. What are you going to do? We tried. It didn't go that well. Okay, they've accidentally double blocked a 1-1 for some reason. Darn it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How... You can't, like, put yourself dead, though. One, 2, 3, 4, 8. You take them when you can get them, I guess. That was... I do know that was not a block they could make there. That seems abundantly clear now. I mean, I don't... I had 3 cards in my hand. Obviously, they were playing scared of something, but they just made a boo-boo. What are you going to do, you know? It happens. It happens. I've done the same thing before. I've done more embarrassing things than that, I'm sure. But with this deck, we'll take what we can get. On the play, Llanowar Elves plus 3 drop. On the play with Galta in our opener. Well, we've got a 2 drop. And then, cool. I guess, well, if they play nothing here, then we'll probably bite down the elf. Okay, we're just going to play our cards and try to get up to Galta in that case. We have Bake. No, we don't. We'll see what happens here. Wow. We're going to try to get what we can out of this. We're going to try to get him into combat and bake and see what happens. Like, this could still go pretty wrong for us. They're swinging in with, you know, all open mana. Okay, they could have just done that anytime regardless, so... We didn't get to eat their elf, which is a bummer. We're at Galta. If things go... Okay, I like to see that with a 12/12 Trampler in my hand, I'll say that. Try and get what we can out of this. I'd so like them to not have 2 mana up. I really don't remember if there was a spot where they could have countered me. See what they've got. I've got a 12/12. They need like Witness Protection or Uncharted Voyage. Ward 4. Create 4 3/3 blue serpent creature tokens. We're 1 mana short of just biting down the Coma with the Galta. If they remove the Galta and hit me with the Coma, That would be, as they say in the business, bad. Battle of the Biggins for sure, though. We've got a land and an elf, so now we've got the mana to do things. They get 2 looks. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Create 4 3/3s. I may have forgotten how Galta works. We just needed to take the damage there. Well, it took one game for me to give the one back that I got for free. What are you gonna do? I mean, you know, maybe they don't want to trade Tacoma for, you know, 4 damage and a bunch of 3/3s. If they have Fleeting Distraction, be kind of weird to have Fleeting Distraction in their deck, but they certainly could have it. Sure. Another weird card to have in their deck, but okay. I think that pretty much does it. That is a bummer. That is a real bummer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, you know, we won the first one when we shouldn't have. We lost that one when we should have given ourselves a much better chance to win if we weren't dumb. And that's how it goes, I guess. We came out 1-1 in the end anyway. Coma seems like quite a good card if you can cast it, I'll say. I mean, just biff that game. Well, you know, whatever. They had 2 looks to answer my Galta, and they hit, so... Unless they were holding the Voyage the whole time. I don't know. Could be. Elf draw. Alright, this is the one, right? We can play the Crawler early. We have ramp to be able to deploy our stuff. I think we just want to slam it. We're on the play. I need to find swamps. We get to start chipping them down. Like, if this just sits in play, it's going to deal, you know, 10 damage to them over the course of the game. Dwynnin? I mean, keep ramping, right? Keep ramping with the Crawler. I'm not going to attack into the Cathar Commando Resolute Reinforcements. They can untap and Commando the Crawler, but, like, you know, then they have to do that. as opposed to just getting to block. I'm assuming they're going to do that. That's fine. I feel like I got pretty freaking far ahead there. They have 100 cards in their hand, so I got to keep slamming. I could play Regrower, pick up the land. I'd rather play Regrower and pick up the Crawler, I think. Right? I could just play Dwin and attack with both. It'd be nice if I could double spell. Playing... Yeah, I don't want to pick up the land. I'll draw a land. Oh, they have so many cards in their hand. I feel like I was deploying my cards usefully. I'm not so sure. I don't know what to do, what was right to do there. We're like... Okay, it's not a Wrath. Just, so much life gain. I'll pick up my Lord. I'm about to do this. So that seems good. We're Elves deck. I'm going to have a lot of power. We'll see what they play. Just freaking putting the Nighthawk back into play is annoying as hell. If they have Sunblessed... Okay. Did that wrong. We'll see what they've got. Like, they kill the Dwynnen and trade off with the Llanowar Elves. That doesn't seem that great. Oh, they're just going to gain life. Okay. Yeah, this was a little bumble here, I'll say. Having the elf in play would have been nice, but I think we're in decent shape. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Just sick elves draw. Oh, geez. Don't put the Nighthawk back in play. That's all I ask. They could, like, get the Burglar Rat back with this Unblessed Cleric. They could, like, Macabre Waltz. Play Nighthawk, Healer's Hawk. I mean, zombifying is, like, horribly inefficient, but it does put the Nighthawk back into play. They can Macabre Waltz, play Dazzling Angel, Healer's Hawk. That seems much less good. A bit less good. Waltz, Nighthawk, Healer's Hawk. Oh, they discarded the Healer's Hawk. Okay. If I attack with all, assuming they don't have anything, which is a dangerous thing to assume, I'm going to play the Horn Beetle to get the Regrower trigger. They're functionally on 8, I would think. If they were to block here, they would take 7. So it is a thing they could do. They would go to 1, and I would have a whole bunch of creatures. They would go to 1, which is kind of like 3 because they still have Nighthawk. I'm not... Maybe I should play around a Wrath when they're on 1. I should hold my Llanowar Elves. I'm not sure. And what do they have? They discarded the Healer's Hawk that they could have immediately deployed. They have an Inspiring Paladin. Do I have any reason not to eat this food right here? I mean, Bite Down seems awesome, but... Obviously, they've got something. If they block here, they go to 3 and die. So they're going to have to, like, act first, and then I can bite down their Hawk in response. So they're going to try to kill Horn Beetle. They're going to fake your own death. I mean, if they had a stab, they would have done it long ago, right? Did we beat Fake Your Own Death? Does it put it back tapped? It does. So even if we had just bit down first, in that scenario, we would have been okay, I think. Haha, good card. Somebody out there, come into the comments and tell me how to play Scrabbling Crawler or whatever. Because I have no idea. Alright. On the play, Llanowar Elves plus 3 drop. And then Galta them. Let's see how it goes. Don't Burst Lightning me. Don't stab me. Don't Llanowar Elves me. Okay. Okay, we've drawn a bunch of the expensive cards, so we have to find playable cards, right? Nope. Come on, baby. Playable cards. Playable cards. I would have liked to have just... I don't want to trade because of Galta, but I would have liked to get rid of the Librarian, and I would have taken my 2-for-1. That was the idea. Am I going to run out of Regrower for no value? Seven, 8 power. I am. I mean, I missed a point of damage because I didn't think my turn through. The Galta... The problem is that the Galta gets killed and then I don't have the Regrower to regrow it. But, like... Playing nothing seems not great. Okay, we're going to sit on... I mean, this... Yeah, this seems pretty decent. Try to force him to act, get him to remove something, and I still have the Galta available. And just get a huge whack in. We'll see what happens. They're on like green-white stuff. Okay. I could have played the Llanowar Elves too. I don't really know how the Galta math is going to work out. I don't think I'm going to be able to play Galta after this. But I've got a lot of power in play. They would have to remove 2 of the 4/4s. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they'd have to remove 2 of the 4/4s, which certainly could happen. But that would just... Then I would still just be trading for their whole board. Well, that was a brave block, I'll say. That was not a great trade on my part. I got a little ahead of myself. I guess if they remove the Regrower, I'm in trouble. But maybe I can trade the Vessel and get some more power. Maybe they just, you know, snap off the Librarian here if their hand's not good. Maybe I was too scared of the Galta getting killed. Like, if the Galta gets killed, I still have all my other junk. Okay, this looks like Librarian. Did I didn't... I missed lethal if they had nothing. Send with all is lethal if they have nothing. Which I think was worth going for, without a doubt. I got way ahead of myself there. Snare Spinner, okay. Do they have the bite down? They do not. Okay. I don't believe that was my... It looks like I would have just had lethal if I had just gone for it the previous turn. 3 wins. We're on the gravy train. Anything else I'm super excited with, and we got a couple shots at it. We haven't played against any mythic ranked opponents this draft. Quintorius. Let's see what we can do against Quintorius. Somebody forgot my Llanowar Elves, but I've got Librarian, I suppose. Maybe I can eventually get the Horn Beetle going. Probably going to play the Beetle and save the Elite for after the Beastkin. But, need some lands. Need some lands. There is that. Okay, given I didn't find a land, I'm going to do that and hope it sticks around. They topped with the Thespian. Could just be a land for them. I have all these cards to play. They get a little more scry value, but like I don't have any prospects of profitably blocking the Thespian. I have Dwynen's Elite. I have frickin' Dwynen's Elite. It makes a 1/1. Didn't find a land. Unfortunate. Yeah, I should have taken the 3 there without a doubt. I could have played the Dwynen's Elite, and we would have been square. So that was on me. I'm about to get destroyed by this Good Fortune Unicorn. Or not. Found a land. I feel like I just want to play Solemn and get another land. That way I can play like Beastkin plus Dwinnen's Elite next turn. I could play Hornbeetle plus Dwinnen's Elite and grow the Hornbeetle. And get in for a bigger hit. That also seems good. They don't have Fleeting Flight, but they still have Anthem, so their stuff's still going to be big. Fellow Chucker, eh? Do I just pre-combat a Giant Growth? That way the elite attacks past... No, because they just... Beastkin Ranger or... Librarian? I don't really want to clear the... Oh, that's a big... That's a big hit, potentially, though. If I attack with all and use the Giant Growth to clear the Solemn, it's just super card inefficient. No blocks, okay. The Beastkin Rangers have Trample, but, like... Yeah, this ain't great. Oh, Indrik, you frickin'... They block like this and block like this. Take 8, 9. I would like potentially give up a 2/2. They're unlikely to put the Tatiova into combat. If I just attack with these, they trade here. Take 5. Tatiova's still just freaking running away with the game. Maybe I play Solemn, try to get to Indrik. I mean, I wasn't playing around their Giant Growth, which definitely was scary, but we committed and we got the Tatiova out of play. They have 1,000,000 cards, 6 lands, but we have a pretty significant board presence. And they're on 9. So I feel okay. They kind of made like the best possible... I mean, that turn just kind of worked out as best as it could for me, I think. Second Tatiova. Yep, okay. Plus land, okay. Sheesh. We finally get to try this. It does have Menace, which is something. I want to just play the Solemn, right? I definitely want to play it pre-combat to pump the Beetle again and the Beastkin Ranger. Maybe I want to play the Lathril. I find a land here. 5, 6. I could play the Indrik. Block 6, eat this, take 4. This is an easy block, right? And then, like, you probably just take the 4. You've got to block something. Okay. Third Tatiova. They do already have like a lot of cards, so it could just be that. Like they're like, yeah, I'm just going to protect my life total because I've already got more cards than I can play. I'm hoping, like, if I draw a land, the Indrik, they're still on 6. Gleaming Barrier. This is not the best blocker here. Much better now. But Lathril does have Menace. I'm kind of like giving up a lot of value here with the Beastskin, but this uses my mana and just gets 100 attackers into play. I could hit him for 2. I could give up Dwinen's Elite to hit him for 2. Does that make sense? I don't think so. I'm still a land away from like Indriking down a blocker and just KOing them. I hope. I don't think I want to throw away a creature. There's also like one more giant growth in my deck. So just having more attackers. Something, something. Okay, they're leaving up everything. Okay. Are they playing like that? No, because that's a Wildward Scourge. Okay. I feel like they have, I don't know what. But we're going to find out. If it's Luminous Rebuke or a Flash Blocker, if it's Resolute Reinforcements, then that's kind of whatever. They eat the 4. They kill a thing, take 5. Yeah, we'll play into that. Same deal. Lunar Insight. Looking a lot like a divination there. Man, was I ever close to tapping 10 untapped elves? Okay, now even a removal spell doesn't do it. Oh, does Joust Through? How does frickin' Joust Through work? Who gains the life? Okay. Ooh, I have not played enough Joust Throughs in my time. Again, I guess like reinforcements would have been bad there too. That would have just... I would have played Lathril and I don't know. We were slamming and jamming. That's what we were doing. Not playing around cards. Not on that last turn. Gravy. We are on the gravy boat, as they say. 1,400 gems. Our draft has paid for itself, and we still have a shot at more. I'm exceedingly happy. Give me the Llanowar Elves into crawler play so I can see if that's good. I need to try that again. I will make a note that for some reason Arena has stopped playing music. It's playing all my sound effects, but not music for some reason. I apologize for that. This is not my first draft of the day, and the previous drafts did have music. So if you love the Arena music, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Subpar content. I don't know what to tell you. Also, if we could get an opponent, that would be cool. Music! Okay, we've got music. We've got opponent. Yes, thank you, Arena. Thank you. We're playing against old Johnny Karn. What? Oh, jeez. Do I mulligan here? I've got too many lands. Slow hand on the draw. A weird spot where I don't know if Scrawling Crawler's good in the grind 'em up match. A Dwynnin that does nothing because I have no elves. Okay, same thing. Just with less lands, but still no cheap cards. Just real quick. Nope. Oh, okay, it's there. Okay. Okay, could be worse. Okay. Not exactly right on time, but I mean, we've got like a Lathril or a Solemn if we draw a land, which would be... I mean, it's not too big a deal right now, but it's going to be. $12 drop, you said? 12 drop? Okay, well, we know where all the expensive cards are. They are in our hand and on the bottom of our library. We're just like dead either way. Like, I could try to 2-for-1 myself and get blown out. I could not block and let them ramp. Oh, they didn't ramp. Maybe they'll ramp next turn. Let them set their draw. we may be in trouble, folks. We may be in trouble. Opponent is in the tank on the Surveil, which means they have multiple good options. Put a land in the graveyard and 2 back on top. Okay. Yep, okay. That's why we played 16 lands, right? Because we have multiple Llanowar Elves, and they're like the same thing. I think it's possible we should have still been on 17 because we have 10 drops in our deck, 12 drops, whatever. Yep, play your biggest, baddest thing. Guarded Air, yep. Does this, am I just dead? Six, 7, 8, 9. Hell. A land! I could play nothing, really? Would the hand with 4 lands and all expensive cards have gotten there? We would have had lands. But we would have been about as slow. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, that was a tough one. My order for Llanowar Elves on turn 1 was not fulfilled. Now we're cooking. This is what I was looking for. I've got Horn Beetle on 2, maybe get in for a damage, and then we can like Solemn on 3, which is get us to the big stuff. And then like what? We're not a great bite down deck. Another Llanowar Elves? Get the hell out of here. A Bushwhack. Okay. Alright, we're ramping. We need stuff to play. I need Scrawling Crawler. I need to start scrawling and crawling. I really don't want to run out a Naked Regrower again. I think I would just like play Horn Beetle, play Jungle Hollow, try to attack for 3. What is this? Ooh. Okay, well. Oh, playing the land was... I mean, they could be Blasphemous Edict, you know, on the... Okay, less likely now. It would... The Solemn, like... would draw me a card. It's possible that that was... But this puts the Beastkin Ranger into the graveyard. If you control another creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. Like, we could just have visions of Sugar Plums, you know, like trade Vessel again, pick up Vessel, play it again. It's less likely to happen when our opponent's playing 5 mana spells that a 2/1 will be useful, but we can at least play Regrower, pick up Beastkin, trigger Horn Beetle, hopefully swing, and get some value going. Yeah, just cashing in the Solemn there, I think was correct, because then we would have gotten a bit of extra damage. 3 extra damage. Regrower's back. A Wildwood Scourge? No, a Llanowar Elves. Now I would really like to cash in the Solemn, but that's super unlikely to happen. It's likely that these trade and I get in for 4. I guess I'll hold the land because they are on black cards. But yeah, if I draw Galta, I should be square to play it unless they hit me with heavy removalage. Like, playing the land didn't get me to play the Beastkin Ranger and try to, like, really guarantee the win. I guess they didn't really have a great block either way. More? Bushwhack the Solemn? Guess it's the only thing that keeps your giant alive. Ayo! Attack with all, trade twice. I better just play this first, right? This here. Take 4 or block. Again, if they voyage the Galta or whatever. This time if they voyage the Galta, I can play it again, right? 7 power. Play it for 5 mana. Oh, I wish I would have gone back. Did we see a black card? I have a terrible memory, folks. I literally just played the game. I saw Elfsworn Giant. I saw Elvish Regrower. I saw Llanowar Elves. I saw a Bushwhack. I don't even know if I saw blue cards. That's how little I remember of that game I just played. Holy moly. We've lost music again. And opponents. We've lost opponents again. Kang Breath. Okay. Well, that's a mulligan. Do I keep Bite because I have Snare Spinner? I can't cast Bake. Do I get greedy and put a land back because I have Llanowar Elves and I only need to draw 1 land? Don't. Okay. I do need to draw that 1 land. What are you going to do? They take Snare Spinner. I try to kill him with Beastkin Ranger. They take... Taking our removal spell seems less good. I'm really in a pickle here. Going with the classic second main phase. Maybe they've changed their mind about something. They want to Ruinous Path, would it Hero's Downfall, one of my creatures? Okay. Galta, you say? I'm gonna be shocked if we win this one, but Do I just bite this thing down now? I want to be able to remove their blocker and like deploy something if I draw it. Like, yeah, if they don't play a blocker or if they play multiple small things, that sucks. Flame Wake. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Horn Beetle or Snare Spinner? I think Horn Beetle, like it's still, I'm still in danger if they kill my Llanowar Elf. I theoretically can play this Galta. Could I, oh, if I draw a forest, can I play both? Like, why did... What could they have had? A stab? Like, clearly, they conceded as soon as I didn't block. Fake your own death? But fake your own death would bring it back as a land, right? Not as a creature? I'm confused. Ooh, I honestly, I did not. This is Bloomburrow? I did not draft Bloomburrow. I don't know what that is. Let's keep going. This is it, right? This is the big one? I had a good drafting day today, I'll say. It was, yeah. I've been having a lot of fun with the format. I hope everyone else has been. If you care to, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of this format. I have, you know, I heard like Esper was tops and green and red were, you know, less good. But I think I've had my best performance. Well, every time I draft a Llanowar Elves, I end up with 3 Llanowar Elves, which certainly helps your consistency. So my data points are skewed a little bit. I've done pretty decent with green. Is this silver? Is this person in silver? I go first with Llanowar Elves and 3-drop. I'm going to keep that every single time. And be happy for it. Voracious Great Shark? Don't Burst Lightning me. Oh, that's so bad. So bad. Firebrand Archer, sure. Galta. Okay. Maybe if we trade up, make a 4-3, do some stuff, and see what happens. Other elf creatures. Human Cleric, huh? Okay. Does it have reach? It does. Whoa, are we like... We're approaching Galta. They definitely could have removal. It was weird that they snapped off the trade with the Firebrand Archer. Like, even if they have removal, it just doesn't seem that good. No more Galta. Ouch. Oh. Yeah, I miscounted my own lands there. We had played the Dwynnin, so I knew we had 4 lands. I mean, that's like the dream of Mocking Sprite, I guess. Turn your Think Twice into a Divination. I don't know. 3 mana, draw 2 cards. You know, I should have played the Galta, right? Like, I didn't come here to not play Galta, did I? But I guess I did. Yeah, we got out in front with the big boys. They weren't really that big. I guess our opponent just, you know, stumbled looking for lands there probably when they cast that double Think Twice turn. Like, that's not where you want to be against what I've got going here. Yo, was that a trophy? It's been a lot of drafts since I've trophied. I'm like actually ranking up in platinum. This was a really, really, yeah. They just, that one turn, like I got to play the Solomon ramp to the Indrik. And, yeah, that turn when they played Think Twice and Think Twice, even just blocking my Vessel with their Firebrand was like, it's tough for them to take 2 damage every turn, but that was just a total trash block for them because I got a 4/3 back and they got nothing. So we just, you know, we had a good draw. It lined up well against theirs and they had a clunky one. Black-green. Black-green confirmed awesome. Galta is the best. We played it like twice. It never attacked. We played it once and lost to Coma. Confirmed Coma greater than Galta. Like I said, my drafting of green in this format is so skewed because every time I get into green, it's because I first pick a Llanowar Elves and then I find more Llanowar Elves. This has been like 3 or 4 drafts like this. And sometimes I don't, you know, sometimes those decks have flopped too. Lathril never got into play, confirmed trash. Scrawling Crawler, somebody please. This is the #1 thing from this video. Come to the comments and tell me how to play this card. I think this is like an aggro tempo card. I don't think it was at its best in this deck, but like ramping it on 2 and then ramping out more stuff and ramping out more stuff. Like again, the other way to play it, I think, is with a bunch of cheap cards, which I didn't have, but I did have the ramp at least, you know, Llanowar Elves into turn 2 Crawler, into turn 3 Solemn, into Prophet. Seems like a good play. But yeah, this was, well, obviously a freaking trophied. It was all super gravy, super fun. I had a really good, fun day drafting today. I hope you all enjoyed the video if you're watching them. If you are, thank you. Thank you so much. It's been really fun making them. I'm just going to keep making them because I'm having fun drafting. Hopefully there's a handful of folks watching them and enjoying. Hit the buttons. Comment some comments. Tell me how to play. Tell me if you like green, if you get 3 Llanowar Elves or not. Tell me anything. Be excellent to each other out there. That's the important one. And I'll see you in the next one.